My name is Gavin Evans, and this is my review of Uncharted The Lost Legacy. And this review will have spoilers, so there's your warning. But, this was my first time playing this game, and I didn't really know what to expect. I was skeptical because it's an Uncharted game without Nathan Drake, and on top of that, we've got Chloe and Nadine teaming up for some reason. It just seemed odd. But I have played it now, and it's fine, I guess. It's nothing special. I definitely did feel the absence of Nathan Drake, and because of where his story goes after the fourth game, I'm glad he's not in it. But at the same time, he is the heart and soul of this franchise, and I just felt the lack of him. Also, Chloe, Nadine, and Sam aren't really the best characters to carry a story like this, so it just felt like a very long DLC. That's what it felt like to me. But let's talk about the characters, and Claudia Black as Chloe, I think, does a very good job. I do like how she grows as a character. Like, even at the end of this game, she's willing to sacrifice herself to save others. And you can just tell she has gone a long way since Uncharted 2, which is nice to see. We've got Laura Bailey as Nadine, who does a fine job. I just prefer this character as the villain. I don't really think she's really all that interesting. And in Uncharted 4, she is a complete badass. Not only does she kick Nathan Drake's ass, but she kicks Nathan Drake's and Sam Drake's ass. Some people complain that she is too overpowered. So, you might expect that to carry over into this one, but nope, she's just normal. And I don't like that. It's very inconsistent. And these two characters and their dynamic is fine enough. I thought some of the heart to heart moments just fell flat for me. Like whenever Chloe's talking about her dad, it didn't really work. So yeah, it's fine enough to carry this game, but it's nothing outstanding. There is no emotion involved. And Troy Baker as Sam, I do think does a good job. I just would have liked more of him, and I would have liked him to do a bit more as well. He's just not given much to do. And then we've got Usman Ali as Azov, the villain, and he's just as generic and as forgettable as they come. You know, like the first Uncharted game had somewhat generic villains, but they each brought something different to the table to the point where it didn't bother me. Uncharted 2 had this big menacing guy. Uncharted 3, I don't like the villains. Uncharted 4, we got Rafe and Nadine, who both stand out and are very well written. And here, there's just nothing memorable about him. And time to talk about the boss fights, because anytime you fight him, it is stupid. All you do is dodge, 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 and it just goes on forever, and it was just not fun. The story itself is just kind of generic. Like, it didn't really do anything for me. Like, I would imagine this game is about the same length as the first Uncharted game, maybe a little bit longer, but like, you're just kind of in the same location the entire time. You don't really travel that much, and because of that, it just feels like a really small story, and it just feels like it takes forever to get to anything exciting. Like, there is one section where you're just driving a Jeep, having to check out all these different locations, and it just got really redundant for me. And the overall adventure of them trying to get this tusk, like, sorry to compare it to the other games, but the first game, I can tell you about Sir Francis Drake and the search for El Dorado. The second game of Marco Polo and the Cintamati Stone. The third game in Sir Francis Drake and the Atlantis of the Sands. The fourth game of Henry Avery and the Treasure. Here, I thought the backstory was lacking. I thought the adventure was lacking. And it just felt very blah. So, I wasn't too impressed with the lighting. The gameplay is good. You know, it carried over mechanics from the fourth game. So you get the grappling hook, you get that little sharp thing that you stick into the wall to climb, you slide it down. Sometimes there's fun moments where you slide it down and you have to grapple just in time. There is some big, exciting action moments. But sorry if I'm too negative, but it just brought nothing new to the table. Like the first game, you know, I liked the isolated feeling of it. The second game, you got the train sequence, you've got the convoy sequence, you've got everything with the helicopter shooting down that building. And then the third game, you've got the airplane scene, the boat scene, and the fourth game just takes all of the gameplay mechanics to the next level where it really stands out. And here, it just kind of feels like a lesser version of 4. There's not enough to really allow it to stand out. There's even a train sequence, and the entire time I was just thinking to myself, I'd rather be playing Uncharted 2 or Uncharted 4 right now. It didn't really stand out enough, and maybe it's just me, but it didn't feel like there was all that much combat. I would have liked there to be way more. But don't mistake that for the gameplay being bad. I'm just saying that it doesn't bring anything new to the table. The graphics do look great. The environments are brought to life incredibly well. Just like the fourth game, I like grappling by the waterfall, and just the look and feel of it feels incredible. The puzzles are actually the best part of this game. There are some truly exceptional ones. And the music by Henry Jackman is just nothing. So, I don't know, like, the truth is, I didn't hate my time playing it. It was fine enough. The graphics look great, the gameplay is fun, but the characters they choose to focus on works well enough, but there's just nothing great here. If I ever am in the mood to play an Uncharted game, I'm going to play one of the 4 Uncharted games. And I thought the story was just really generic with a really weak villain, and it just kind of felt like we're going through the motions here without, giving us anything extra. I complain about the story of Uncharted 3 plenty, so then Uncharted 4 comes along and really delivers, and I just feel like this is a noticeable step down. And to be fair, this isn't meant to be this big game, but at the same time, it's just all of the same kind of gameplay and characters, but in a much more forgettable game. So I'll give Uncharted The Lost Legacy a 6 out of 10. If I'm ever playing the Uncharted games back to back to back to back, I will just simply not play this one. So yeah, nothing offensively bad, but nothing great either. But anyways, Uncharted The Lost Legacy. Have you played it? What did you think? Let me know in the comments down below. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Stay tuned for more videos soon. And Gavin, out.